Welcome to today's episode of The Growth Zone. I am Christian Bartsch. What is the core benefit of listening to this show? Here it is all about strategies and systems that get you to grow your business. As an entrepreneur or business leader, you need to be ahead of trends. Gain insights that really thrust your business to the next level. Each episode focuses on different aspects of designing, building, and leading companies. Without marketing, sales, innovation, or funding, you will lack the fire for growth. Without management strategies and systems, you are speeding towards failure. For those who listen to the entire episode, I have a special surprise gift. I'm also working on some great guests that are industry leaders in management, innovation, and marketing. Let's get started on today's episode. Great that you are listening in today's episode. So, we're talking today all about scaling business models, getting business models to become sustainable. And sustainable not just from a business perspective, sales numbers, lead generation, and so on, but as well the way we use resources, whether it's our staff, environmental resources, anything. And because every business is different, we can be using all sorts of resources, whether it's electricity, water, um, real estate, ground, everything, any kind of resource that we might be using, even our building facility. If we're using air conditioning, maybe certain things need air conditioning, others not. Maybe certain things we can adjust and thereby even reduce our electricity cost because we are air conditioning only during the day when it's very hot. In the evening, we are maybe using some other kind of system that uses maybe a different kind of ventilation system and generates the same need because in the evening it's maybe cooler. On the other hand, if we've got sustainable systems like solar systems, solar panels on the roofs of our cars, of our parking slots of our building, and that we can generate solar power and be off the grid to a certain time or use it in the evening when we're all maybe at home and the company can still use the power to do all sorts of other things that we need. So there are many ways to scale a business and make it even sustainable from a business and from an environmental perspective. Let's get a bit more detailed into these different kind of strategies. Now, of course, the most simplest thing, if we wrap our heads around it, becoming sustainable is, as I mentioned, investing in certain things that can help us be more environmentally friendly. Solar systems, moving from petrol and diesel cars towards EV cars, electric vehicles, and that's all easily possible. We can even change the equipment that we have, let's say, huge battery storage. So because we've got solar systems, we can store the electricity during the day and use it in the evening. Or even if let's say we are using the solar system just to charge even our service fleet. So let's say you have a fleet of cars that your service personnel use to service equipment, products, whatever you have sold to your clients. You can charge them up with solar, and you don't need to wait somewhere at a petrol station or a charging station because your cars are being charged literally for free thanks to the sun. Now, of course, it's not always possible, but there are many, many things. Even the waste that you're creating, whether you are printing out lots of stuff, maybe you can use something of the output that you actually don't need, like all the paper. You might even have to shred them, but the shreddings might even be able to use for certain kind of things. Yeah. The same thing if let's say you are getting lots of deliveries with cardboard, you can shred the cardboard and use it for transport protection when you're shipping other products out. And it might be a way as well to reduce your consumption of products. You don't need to buy so much transport protection equipment and material and so on, and then you save as well money on that, and you are even environmentally friendly. Now, let's look at other things that we can do to be more sustainable. So sustainable would be as well, meaning that we not only keep the amount of sales that we're generating, but we're increasing. If we increase the sales, means that theoretically we must be able to deliver more output. Yeah. Because the clients are putting more input towards us, giving us more money, buying more equipment. And we have to, of course, output more services, more products to our clients. Means as well we have to be able to deliver more. Whether if we're doing a cloud service, we have to have the bandwidth. If we're delivering more physical products, we need to have the logistics, we need the trucks, we need the roads, we need the trains, etc. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We need to be able to scale on the entire business process cycle inside our business. Yeah, we might even have to hire more factory workers. We might have to hire more quality management staff to ensure that the output still remains at the same quality that we promised when we only were delivering half the output. And now we are delivering at much higher output levels, and we have to get everything still back on track, even if we have a power outage, there's bad weather, any kind of other things that happen and disrupt our business. We still need to be able to do these things. And that means as well, at the same time, thinking even about stuff like business continuity. That's even something that can even affect us, because if we are scaling and we want to be sustainable, we must be able to even survive if something hits the fan, as one says. Yeah, so whether there's some crisis, we have strikes, or our suppliers have strikes, can't deliver, have, a factory of a supplier maybe is burning anything, they can't supply us, or there's a cargo ship stuck somewhere and we can't get the equipment. We have to somehow find an alternative source of material so that we can continue our services, or at least find a way to somehow, let's say, keep our clients happy without being able to deliver at the rate and at the time that we actually usually would do. But if we are proactive in communication, we might even be able to keep our clients happy, and they notice that even if there's a crisis, we're not going like crazy around everywhere and doing rubbish, but actually we are focused, professional, and doing it in a good professional manner, that they can say, okay, we'll find a way to survive as well with a certain time until the products are delivered. But at least we are aware that there's a product, there's a problem, whatever, and we'll fix the issue together. And that's the key thing, together. Because together means as well sustainable. And that gives us the ability to grow. Because, of course, the more we are outputting, the more there's a chance that something doesn't go the way we wanted. And the bigger the output, the bigger the pain towards someone who's expecting a big delivery. Or if you've got, let's say, small, medium-sized companies, and suddenly you're starting to deliver to corporations, and their system breaks down, you've got a big problem, because a huge organization breaks down, that becomes a threat to your own business. So you have to be scalable and sustainable, have to, even the slightest thing like business continuity plans, emergency plans, and all different things they can write down and even sketch out, and you can simply do it. It's the great thing about all these things, even these management systems, they can simply even be used, even without certification and other kind of stuff, be used to think and to be aware what can happen, and plan ahead to be prepared if something of that ilk happens, then it doesn't get you burned. Because many companies do not prepare for the event that something goes wrong. And when it goes wrong, they have no fallback, they have no reserves, no partner, nobody to help them out to fix that problem. But if you do your homework ahead of time and nothing happens, hey, be thankful that it didn't go wrong. But if it goes wrong, you need that alternative, that emergency plan that has to kick in immediately. Otherwise, you lose the trust of your clients. And as you heard in previous editions, the 3 stages of business growth are vital. And if you disrupt them in between, in any kind of level, or even in transitioning from one level to other, you have a big problem. And that's going to lose your trust, lose your revenue, lose your growth, and eventually it'll spiral down and lead to failure. And if it's too deep in the spiral, you won't pick up, you won't be able to pivot to a different kind of business. You crash and have to start from scratch. Now, I hope this quick episode will give you some insights. I'm going to go more in details in other aspects, but nevertheless, stay tuned and follow on this episode and others because there's more to come, all in nice, digestible, small snippets, because that makes sense as well to actually understand and wrap your mind, change your mindset as well to the way you're doing business and how you're doing any kind of corporations. Because even if you have a joint venture with somebody else, if they are not prepared and not willing to prepare for an eventuality, if it happens and they go out of business, they break, they do something wrong, something doesn't work with them, it'll pull you down too. And your clients see you falling. They don't see your joint venture partner falling. They see you as a failure. And they decide never, ever again. So don't risk it. Do it the right way. Prevent it and grow. See you soon. And listen to what comes up right now. Wait! Listen. Was the content helpful? Please share it on social media. The world is constantly changing in response to trends and events. As a leader, you need to adapt your business. Stay connected. You will find in the episode description how to gain more insights. Subscribe to my bi-weekly business secrets letter. Gain access to all updates of my ultimate guide on business growth strategies. These can be applied to your business in the US, Canada, or Europe. Check it out. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of The Growth Zone with Christian Bartsch. Thank you for listening.